Okay, fight fans, welcome to the very first episode of Fight Week Rundown. I, of course, am Manny MTL, and you might know me from Facebook, Twitter, and if not, Fight Week Roundup. Now, that being said, why am I doing Fight Week Rundown? Well now, Fight Week Rundown will consist of all our fight information and other little tidbits of news I've found during the course of the week. However, Fight Week Roundup will now consistently consist of all the stuff we can watch. So, hit me up on Facebook and Twitter as usual if you got other comments, and I'll get started. First off, Victory MMA. They brought us Vanderlei Silva. He's going to be dropped off on our doorstep in Montreal, August 20th. 3 days after that, they're doing a Muay Thai event at Club Soda. Go check out Club Soda. Go check out Victory MMA. Definitely a very cool venue. Going to be a great night. That being said, speaking of MMA, in Australia, more precisely Melbourne, Australia, oddly enough, MMA is legal. So, cool. However, the cage isn't. Now that means they gotta do that dinky rope stuff, and then when they get caught up in the ropes, the refs gotta stop it and then move them over and get them back into the position they were originally in. It messes up with the fight. So, that being said, these guys were enterprising enough to get a organization put together to try and get it set right. I mean, the fight world is plagued with all kinds of stupid ruling bodies and legislations and rules that don't make sense or don't fit the precise times. So, good on them for trying to make a change. I support their cause. People, they deserve at least a retweet. Go check them out. It's MMAparty.org. Definitely a great organization. So, Canadian news. Ryan Ford just signed a fight against Jake Shields. What? That's right, Jake Shields. Not in the UFC. Oddly enough, this fight will be taking place in Alberta. And from where? I'm eating crow. That's right, from World Series of Fighting. World Series of Fighting, I recently proclaimed, didn't have any names. I needed to start adding names. Sure enough, 2 days later, boom! Okay, so in other MMA news, DC and John Jones. So they had the whole face-pushing, fighting, we don't get along thing. Look, here's the thing. A lot of people are saying, oh, this is no good. The UFC is trying to look good to kids now, and blah, 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 blah. And some guys are comparing it to WWE and saying maybe it was fake and fixed. Listen, here's the thing. People like stories, okay? The best fights I remember have a story attached to it. I can tell you the fight like a story. I close my eyes and it's in black and white, and I can recount every punch and every movement like a story. So here's the truth. People like the conflict that a fight gives. This is why they go watch a fight. It's to watch one guy test himself against another, to watch bravery win out, or desire, or hunger, to watch a smaller guy beat an unbeatable guy, to watch a destructive force of nature fight. I mean, part of the sell of Mike Tyson was the ooh and the that came with maybe King Kong's gonna break the chains and terrorize the city. He was Godzilla. You people need to understand that the story is what made it cool. So, like it or not, I mean, people's emotions are going to get involved. People's lives are going to get involved. Look at Danny Garcia, the boxer, with his dad. I mean, that in itself is a story. And, you know, boxing embraces the story aspect of it and keeps it corporate. So I don't think it's that bad that the UFC has this. If anything, it's a good reminder that these guys are human. And, you know, they answer all the same questions all the same way. And, you know, no one wants to get Uncle Dana mad. So it's nice to see them, you know, break out from their little, you know, bow ties and suits. And yes, I'm hoping to get an endorsement. Screw the endorsement. It's a fight. You get what I'm saying? So, enough said with the MMA stuff. Now, for boxing news, more importantly, for local boxing news, Quebec City, August 16th, you got Schiller Hippolyte fighting J.J. McDonough. That's going on at 7 p.m. They got 10 fights on that card. It's a hell of a reason to drive up to Quebec City. There's a big touristy expo thing going on. Don't really care about that, but it's a I mean, it's a 2-hour drive for 10 fights. I think it's worth it. That being said, Ida Tiger Management, go check out their website. You might only have a couple tickets left. Go check out the website. Definitely a great card. That being said, other boxing news. Shannon Briggs, the shirtless wonder. Everyone's making comparisons to the whole Mr. T Rocky thing, but listen, again, with the story, at least he wants it. You know what the problem is with the heavyweight division right now? They all look like they wouldn't get off the couch for a remote. And I got love for some of them, you know what I mean? But I mean, come on. You know, Mike Tyson looked like a physical specimen. And I really, really like my boy Steve Earn, but I wouldn't say physical specimen. You get what I'm saying? And the same goes for Kid Chocolate and the rest of them. The only one that's kind of surprisingly really, really in shape right now is, oddly enough, Shannon Briggs. So, A, he's in shape, and B, he's showing that he wants to fight. All these guys aren't in shape, and on top of that, they don't want to fight. They want to wait for the Klitschko's to disappear or something. So, I know a lot of people are saying this isn't good and blah, 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 blah. I say, man, the guy's hungry and I don't think he's got any other resource left. So, you know what? I applaud him. I hope he gets his fight. And I hope his hunger feeds his kids. So, that being said, local news. Jean-Pascal, man. Jean-Pascal, Adonis, this whole... Okay, so, the Kovalev fight went down. First off, I love B-Hop. B-Hop just destroyed Max Kellerman after the interview. Didn't even care. HBO was just so happy to have Bernard back on their show. They would have let Bernard walk around the camera, take the camera, maybe interview some people in the crowd. They would have let him do whatever the hell he wanted. They were just so happy to have him back. Now, if you don't know why they were happy to have him back, it's because technically the Cold War is kind of off right now. There's a lot of stuff happening with the Al Heyman, Richard Schaefer, Golden Boy shift. And a lot of guys are leaving Showtime going back to HBO right now. However, the problem with what was happening before is you had a lot of one-sided cards. Now, again, this weekend, a lot of people are saying there's one-sided cards going on from Golden Boy. So, I mean, these are the spoils of war, I guess, that the sides get divided. We'll see how everything works out. In more Heyman Montreal news, he has also signed David Lemieux. Now, David Lemieux was supposed to fight at the casino, but at the end of August or September, and it looks like he is no longer headlining that fight. Now, I did think it was weird because he was on Showtime the last time, and like to go from Showtime to the Montreal casino, maybe to stay busy, but still, it's a little weird. That being said, the fight's now been pulled. There's been no other news about it other than the kid that was under it, dude named Barak, is now the headliner. So it's pretty much a for sure thing that Lemieux's not in there. Now, the other news with the whole Bernard now fighting Kovalev is that leaves poor Jean-Pascal with nobody to dance at the party. So Adonis has got a fight going down in September, and they're saying that maybe after he wins in September, they're going to announce some sort of super fight between him and Jean-Pascal. I really hope that's only a rumor, because I'm kind of fed up of Montrealers fighting Montrealers. We need to go abroad or go elsewhere. Maybe we should start a Super 6 here. I'm all for it, man. Feed Jean-Pascal to Grenadine, or send him to England and fight Frosh, or fight Ward, or anything. I mean, come on. That being said, a little bad news. No Doubt Trout's gym in Veracruz, California is closing. So go check out his website. Go hit him up on Twitter. Hopefully the boxing community puts together something and saves that community center. Because a lot of kids were getting help out of that gym. And, good on that champ for trying to get it put together. And hopefully his name saves the place. So, that's all the news so far this week. I've given you my opinions and thoughts. You guys hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. Subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Check out Fight Week Roundup, as I'll do, of course, on Sunday. And then I guess I'll do these on Mondays or Tuesdays. Welcome again to Fight Week Rundown. So, guys, I'll see you next week. And that's it.